USB Universal Serial Bus is a serial data transfer interface for medium and low speed peripherals in the computer field. The main feature of the Superspeed USB, USB 3, is its high speed, which is required in the era of HD video popularization and SSD-media. USB 2 capacity was simply not enough for real users. According to the USB 3 developers promoter group, most consumers are dissatisfied if it takes them more than 1.5 minutes to copy a file. Superspeed USB works 10 times faster. Its speed is up to 600 megabits per second. Developers assure that this rate will become the new standard for data transfer. We remind you that the format is compatible with USB 2. The final USB 3 specification was released in the year 2008. USB 3 was designed by such companies as Intel, Microsoft, Hewlett-Packard, Texas Instruments, NEC and NXP Semiconductors. Connectors and cables in the specification for updated standard USB 3 are physically and functionally compatible with USB 2. USB 2 cable contains 4 lines, a pair to transfer receive data, the plus and the ground. 4 extra lines, 2 twisted pairs, are provided in USB 3. As a result, the cable has become much thicker. New contacts in USB 3 connectors are located on the other row of contacts separated from older one. Now you can easily determine if the cable is one or another version of the standard just by looking at its connector. USB 3 specification increases the maximum data transfer rate up to 5 gigabit per second, which is much higher than 480 megabits per second that USB 2 can offer. USB 3 version features not only a higher transfer rate, but also an increased current strength from 500 mA to 900 mA. From now on, the user not only can feed more devices from one hub, but also the devices themselves, in many cases, are able to get rid of separate power supplies. Asus has released motherboard P6X58 Premium, which has 2 USB 3 ports. Gigabyte has released the first motherboard with USB 3 support, and SATA 6 gigabit per second for AMD processors. Gigabyte GA-790FXTA-UD5 USB 3 ports on the motherboard are blue. Intel announced a preliminary version of USB 3 controller software model, but in October 2009, Intel was said to have decided not to introduce the USB 3 support in their chipsets until the year 2011. This decision will lead to the fact this standard will not become widespread for at least another year.